Hi, Sid Dobrin here with another Inventive fishing gear review. In this review, I'll be taking a look at Savage Gear's TPE Soft Mud Minnow. Okay, let me start right out and say that I am always on the lookout for a reliable, bite-enticing, soft-bodied topwater lure. And not only are there limited numbers of soft-bodied topwaters available to begin with, but very few of them provide everything one would look for in either a topwater or a soft body, let alone a balance between the two. So when I saw that Savage Gear had released the Mud Minnow, I had to give it a try. After all, Savage has certainly earned its reputation as designing and producing some of the best lures available to anglers. And so I've been fishing the TPE Soft Mud Minnow in a variety of shallow water scenarios. The first thing you'll notice about the Mud Minnow is its full body TPE construction. This is not a hard body wrapped in soft material. It's a molded TPE body with a bit of feather and flashabou extension on the tail. On the one hand, this gives the lure some great body action, and when a fish hits it, the soft body works to convince the fish to hold on rather than reject the solidity of a hard body lure. The Mud Minnow is 3.5 inches in length and weighs in at 2/5 of an ounce. It's a great size for pitching into cover, and the weight is just enough to make it very castable. The lure comes in 5 color patterns, all of which reflect the high level of realism we've come to expect from Savage Gear. The Mud Minnow is rigged weedless, which in and of itself is a great feature when working skinny water over grass, mangroves, or rocks. But when you combine the weedless rigging with the ruggedness of the TPE material, this lure becomes a tough little spark plug. The thing can be worked through tough terrain without getting hung up and without damaging the lure body. In fact, this same toughness will let you lean a little harder on a fish that's fighting in cover like mangroves. The Mud Minnow is rigged with a wide-gapped offset hook, but the hook also incorporates a modification to the bend and point of the hook that resembles more of a sneak hook design with a squared-off bend. This near right angle bend keeps the point of the hook pointed forward and keeps it well concealed within the weedless pocket of the lure. Now, all in all, I like this rugged weedless design, but I have 2 criticisms of the Mud Minnow. First, it is specifically the ruggedness of this lure that often frustrates me, as I find that unless the striking fish engulfs the entire lure, hookups can be difficult. I find that smaller fish have a harder time finding the hook, and that in general the lure requires a harder hook set than other topwaters I use. Likewise, the Mud Minnow is designed for a primarily walk-the-dog type retrieve. However, the lure action can be erratic, less controlled than a walk-the-dog should be. Part of this stems from the fact that the Mud Minnow has a tendency to dive to a shallow surface position fairly easily, and its return to the surface can be slow. In fact, I find that the lure retrieves just under the surface more than it does on the surface. I think that if the Mud Minnow were just a bit more buoyant and floated up faster, it might be more effective in creating the topwater disturbance many of us look for in a walk-the-dog lure. I'm certainly not an expert in thermoplastics, but I wonder if moving the Mud Minnow from a true TPE plastic to a TPX plastic, which has a higher buoyancy capacity, might improve the float of the lure, or some other adjustment to the TPE formula. Now, one of my favorite features of the Mud Minnow is this little TPE cone that comes with the lure. The cone fits over your leader when rigging and then slides down over your knot and the hook eye, creating a much lower profile snag at the knot. The cone helps reduce the chance of snagging or picking up grass or weeds at the knot conjunction. I have to say that I really love this feature, and in fact, I wish that Savage sold these cones in bulk in various sizes, because I'd use them in just about all of my rigging, no matter the lure I'm using. I should note that each of the 2 packs of Mud Minnows only comes with 2, and they're small and they're easy to lose. Psst, Mads. sell packs of these in little plastic dispensers like Split Shot comes in so anglers can always have them available. There are a bunch of us who would really like that. Oh, and one quick pro tip too. The hook pocket in the mud minnow's body is a great space to fill with Procure or other scents. So look, overall, the Savage Gear Mud Minnow is a solid lure that can handle big fish. It's one of the few lures that has successfully combined soft body traits with topwater characteristics, and generally I like the lure. But as I've suggested, it's not perfect. It doesn't answer all of the topwater angler's needs. But what lure does? It's a great lure to have in your topwater arsenal, but it won't be the only one you want. To be blunt about it, Savage Gear should be proud to have this lure in their lineup, and it certainly reflects the company's overall excellence. But it's not their all-star lure. I hope you found this review to be useful. I hope you'll check out our other reviews and resources at www.inventivefishing.com. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Fish on! Can't.